Tells me you're going to kill us either way. True, I can't deny it. But wouldn't it be easier if you didn't fight back? The orc shrugs and you hear the distinctive whir of his Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. The barrels begin to blur as he wheels the weapon to face you. Lovely. Alright, you summon me a spirit. Alright, Wind Dancer, let's see what you got. Uh-oh. Ooh. Survive for 5 turns. Whew. Alright. Glory, see if you can take her out. Yep, alright. Alright, let's retreat. We just gotta survive, we don't have to win. Let's see. Oh, not enough AP. Oh, let's see. Alright, you kind of hang out there. And can he throw that far? Yes! Oh! Wow, we're like actually doing damage to him. Oh! Oop, out of ammo. There you go. Alright. Oh, no, I got an achievement. Nice. Can I get him that far? Ow! We got 2 more turns. That is not very much cover. I think that's... Yeah. Alright, that'll keep my... I don't know why I keep calling her Monica. Oh no. Ah, whew. Well, that guy's got some really heavy duty armor on. The door unlocks with a loud click. Your escape route is clear. Oh, thank goodness. Oh! we're getting the heck out of here, people. Yeah. Oh wow, seriously? Oh, I hit myself. Oh, that was lovely. Good job, foolish mortal. Way to go. Holy cow. We'll be lucky to get out of here. Sorry, Dietrich. We're totally leaving you. Now, he'll have to move, but I don't think he'll have enough, Yeah, I knew he was going to get, like, right in line. Whew, close call. Iger rises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. From the look on her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. The run was a trap. Oh, it was it? We can talk about this later. For now, we've got to get the hell out of here. It's only a matter of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. Iger slaps the side of the van. Pile in, people. And Varuk, when we get back to the cruise bazaar, we're going to have a little talk. It's sad that Monica bought it, but... Kreuzberg, home to nearly 500,000 people, and, until recently, Monica Schaefer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood the locals call the Cruise Bazaar, a safe port in the eye of a storm. The ride back to the Cruise Bazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood. As the van veers past potholes and garbage piles, the glare of streetlights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system. A well-kept secret, providing your team safe passage into the Cruise Bazaar. Your safe house waits on the other side. Whew. Let's get inside. Alright. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner I can get drunk. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim, fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off of steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal maker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Iger's fury, Monica's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His voice has gone ashen. He swallows. Takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? The run was a setup. Yeah. I've seen Monica hit black IC before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her emotions robotic and spare. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Iger thrust a glove finger into your chest. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Ignore it. Let it happen. She jacked in. She screamed and she ceased. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contractions and microtremors are good indicators of a Decker in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those. No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Iger. We were all on the lookout for physical security, Varuk included. Throwing him under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus is exactly where he belongs. Iger turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich. You know that, but you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game, but not long enough. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Iger turns her focus back to you. I've been paying attention. If you had been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Iger pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4? 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? How dare you? You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your... That is enough! Amsel's voice comes out in a roar. His fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iger, you and Varuk can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he had led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temple. Agreed, and to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. Yeah. Monica lived long enough to say a name, Fairswing. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Firewing? This is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. The Firewing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. You are far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name Fierschwing is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Fierschwing was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the Firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Vauclair? Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. There was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the SOX. This event was called the Dragonfall. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero, our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Iger, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Fire Wing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of anyway, is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. Alright, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Iger sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any idea as to why? Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Firestwing has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, and slowly releases it. I will look into this, and I will find the answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement, and that much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret, the owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of the security. Well, that is not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that we could look into? He was an older guy for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like a replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. Well, that is something. I'll see what I can find out. Did you note anything of value during the run that may be of value? No. I tried to steal a vase, but they wouldn't let me. That's not much. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin graft, and a long-forgotten world event. Yeah, whoever sent us knew what we were walking into. We were set up. That's obvious, but why? I warned her. I told her not to take this run, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. You didn't bring it to her? No, she set up the whole thing herself. No. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. Never much like the man. I certainly never trusted him. But Monica, she would do anything for her cause, anything for the Flux state. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. We need to track down Monica's client and press him for information. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably going to rabbit. We need to chase him down before that happens.